Kragg was one of those heroes that everyone thought was going to be one of the best and one of the most broken ones, and he is strong. I think people probably overrated him a bit, but I'll show you how I love to play him with like your hero power pop off super early on and a very good early spike. Now this trip on the shop, by the way, is bait. Don't freeze this, it's really awkward to take. I have no clue how you would try and make that work. Instead, I'm just gonna play strong board, stay on one, probably warrior curve this, find the tokens, and eventually hit the pub triple. As suggested in the title, there's also a very fun 30 gold turn in this game, which is probably the most fun part about playing this hero. If you can survive long enough until the late game and you get 2 more copies of your buddy, you just have like this massive turn that basically puts you like 2 turns ahead of your opponents. So usually that should close out the game. Now I'm staying down on 1. This is the double level turn. We still have our 1 pair, and I'm on full HP. I'm playing strong tempo boards to try and get my buddy, because the earlier I get, the earlier I can spike, since, well, like I mentioned, I like spiking early and I have a spicy play in mind. So this is the turn where we just go to tier 4, probably do nothing. You could stay down in tier 3 and try and get a bit stronger, but if you want to pop off, you need to level here. And obviously against this Reno, like, we're a lot weaker. They tripled into Grubber, and they have, you know, a pretty strong tempo board. They also sniped my hyena, which is pretty unfortunate, but I got my buddy. And so when you get your first buddy, which is usually around, you know, 9 gold here, if you get lucky. If you get unlucky, maybe you'll have to wait longer. You can just sell level here to tier 5 button, so you get a lot of gold, and you can try and roll mama bears, crocolisks, whatever, right? Here in this case I rolled a brand with a jug, and I guess Mirror's I could steal some stuff. So just level, use your button, use your gold to try and find strong. 5 jobs just do strong shit, essentially. I sold a Reno buddy, which doesn't really matter that much. It's not a great buddy after all. And now you could even commit the buddy here. Like, sometimes if I feel like I'm pretty weak and I'm in a bad spot, I will play my buddy, and I think I have to right now, since I need to get stronger. I want to hit good targets with this jug. I hit a light fang, so clearly we were probably leaning it towards a menagerie board. And there is also a smoker, which I think I'll just buy and hold in hand until I find an elemental. You could end onto an egg here if you would like, but yeah, I'll just do this for now. Should be strong enough. Went to 5. We spent like a bunch of extra gold to spike, and against this Ragnaros, who is, you know, playing tempo on lower tiers because it's Ragnaros, we're able to win and stabilize. So that's just how I play Kragg. A lot of people play greedier, hold on to their hero power, just, you know, stay down on tier 3 for a while, but I like just getting to 5 early and finding some direction and just popping off. Now I finally found a good elementals, which is going to be a great part of my menagerie. I'm not keeping the buddy. You don't even want to triple it, it's pretty bad. So maybe you can find a Hydra instead. There's a mackerel, which is interesting, but I do have 2 mechs already that I really want to triple, and I need to spend my gold efficiently. So instead I think I'm just going to roll for better menagerie cards. Now there is a module which we could have put onto mackerel. I can't see the future though. I'll just take some economy here from this Tempest, because sometimes it's a free buff, sometimes it's free money if I hit elemental. Instead with Cyclone, so I bought the Wildfire as an elemental to buff up, but Cyclone I think is still better because it's a Divine Shield win free card, and, you know, Wildfire can just hit a shield and get no value whatsoever. So I am gonna end up using the Cyclone. You know, it might be 3 wasted gold or 2 wasted gold picking up this Wildfire, but hey, better safe than sorry, I always say. And we also are just gonna taunt one of our cards, so Cleave isn't gonna destroy us. But yeah, this Reno buddy, like, it has so low value, it does nothing for us. Goldening the Light Fang, by the way, doesn't work because, you know, it's only during combat that it does stuff. So it's very niche, and it's only good if you have like an Avenge card or a tank on the right side. We're able to beat this dog, and we're looking kind of good. There's still damage cap saving us, so we could just push towards tier 6, trying to find some Amalgadons. Now there's no Murloc, so you can't find Seafood Slingers or Lookouts into Amalgadons. We'd have to manually roll them, but also I'm just strong, so I think we can push that button. Now our buddies are pretty far away, so we'll have to wait like 2 more turns I think until we get them, which is our next pop-off turn where we have that 30 gold. I'll just take a Hamul in case we hit Buster or something, or a triple into Pubbot, which I'll gladly accept. But we're still a wonky menagerie. Like, we have double Pubbot, I guess the massive Chroma Wing, which, you know, is kind of a glass cannon. It only has 30 HP, and here this Reno has a golden Nomi and a Dazzling, so he's barely able to beat us. He's a low HP. He seems like he could snowball the lobby super hard. But yeah, so like I said, we have the Pubbot, the Chroma Wing, and Cyclone. So only 3 tribes that the Slight Fang is buffing, and that are part of our menagerie. So I'm going to take the Caligos here. I know the Eliza was also another menagerie card, but I think Kragg on tier 6 has way more potential since in Dragon Endgame is good with Prester, good with Nadina. I'm going to play buffs anyway or cycle with this brand, so we'll get free stats on the board. And maybe I hit a second Kragg and then we like snowball a lot. So I think Caligos, if you hit it early enough and already have like an Amalgadon or Dragon on the board, it's pretty decent to be part of your menagerie. Right now I'm just cycling a couple buffs, just trying to be stronger so I don't die. I rip against Sarfang. Now, Sarfang was a hero that I also thought was going to be amazing. Ends up not being great. I played him once and I had a rough turn, but as you can see here, this guy is really big with a bunch of massive shields. I think Sarfang does have a lot of potential. I think he is pretty underrated. We're going to take a big spanking here, but I probably overrated him. I'm at 97% to 2 buddies, kind of unfortunate, 11 HP. We have to be careful. Still haven't seen Amalgadons either. I guess Lightwing has to go. It's a 2-2 that only gives like +6/+6 a turn at the moment. Now, our Pimplet is kind of massive, and so is our Cyclone. We found a second Caligos, so now we can also scale a lot more rapid compared to other people in the lobby, hopefully. I'm still going to keep the brand around though, because it does a lot of economy. As you'll see, like it turns some battle cries into literally free battle cries, so free stats. I still have the 3 tribes, so Jugs are still insanely good here, and Amalgadons. I see a lot of people sell their brand too early. If you're playing Elementals or if you're playing Dragons, whatever comp you're playing, you can probably use a brand. It's surprising how much value you can get out of it, out of a brand, especially on tier 6, and how I see a lot of people underestimate what you can do with it. Now, this Savjz sniped our shield, which is bad but also good because that means their crab didn't do any buffs. As we're close to being dead, luckily we won the flip here, so we live at 1 HP. They're a monster though, but we got our 2 buddies and now is the APM turn. So if you get your buddies on Kragg, just don't think, go, because you only have, well, in this case 90 seconds pretty much, and we have 30 gold to spend. So I'm gonna buy most useful battle cries. I don't think I'm gonna buy battle cries that do nothing for me, like let's say Swabby. It's not really worth the gold invested since we only, you know, do have double Kragg with only 3 dragons. I'm also gonna keep my eyes open for Nadina, maybe for Prester here in the shop. Prester is one of the best endgame tech cards in the game, even if you have a couple dragons, so I'm definitely going to take it. We've seen people play Max and Divine Shield comps. Also, the parrot here, it's a parrot, right? This buddy is a battle cry, so it will also trigger the Caligos. Yep, Caligis. And here's a handy tip when you have a big APM turn and you might not get all your actions in. Just buy every gambler you see. Buy cards that you can, you know, store, like a Murozond or like Tavern Tempest, which is essentially gold that is not wasted. Then next turn, if you have the time, you can play those. Obviously, you'll end up being a little bit weaker, but that way at least you don't throw away money, throw away buffs, but you get everything in time done. So here, you know, just gonna do the stuff, play the buffs. Again, you can see the value that brand adds onto a board, even if we play dragons. Don't sell this for like a Bronze Warden or for another dragon. Please don't do it. You still, you know, want to keep the option of Amalgadon open as well. Sadly, our Hamul was pretty bad. Doesn't matter though. Now, the only upgrade, I guess, really on our board would be Nadina in the end. So that way we can sell our brand, play Nadina, play Prester, and we should be able to beat most opponents, as long as they don't outstat us, of course, because if they're bigger than us, then it doesn't matter if we have shields or Nadina, we will lose. But I mean, a 30 gold turn with double Caligos on brand should be way more stats than any opponent ever can have. And as we can see here, the golden Nomi Dazzling Light Spawn Reno died early and got a 6th. So that's just another like testament to Avenge and to stuff like that being rather slow and being able to, you know, get countered by tempo comps like big Divine Shield comps. A card that I like to play here as well is Stasis, because, you know, it gives you 2 amazing cards here, like double Smogger buff. But yeah, Stasis can give you Smoggers, it can give you also Amalgadons in the shop and Tavern Tempest. So when I'm on tier 6 and I have a brand and I get value from Stasis, like I have Caligis on the board or Lil Regs, it's one of those cards that I just like taking up for the potential high roll. Now, my order was wrong here. I did sell my brand for Prester, but I should have played the Prester first, then played the buff. Essentially missing out on +2/+2 onto the Prester. But yeah, Prester completely dominates this this tempo Divine Shield comp, which we saw earlier. We know what their board was, which is the reason why I wanted to already commit the stack card on the board and sell my brand. It seems like we won't be able to find an Amalgadon anyways, so I'll just, yeah, get rid of the brand, be strong, make sure that I get into the top 2 here against Alex Stralza. Now, Alex is one of those heroes that either gets top 8 or first place because they're Omega high rolly, but I also have double Caligos Nadina Presser, so I feel like I should be favored in this matchup. Now I do have 2 non-dragons on the board, 2 Divine Shield taunts, which get kind of destroyed by their Presser, and we also can't regain shield on that with Nadina, but I think they're way too big to sell anyway. I think we should be fine. I'm gonna probably hold Murzond in hand until we face Alex, because you might not kill them in 1 turn. I don't think the stats will matter that much. We could get a second Nadina from them, a triple Caligos, maybe an Amalgadon, so we'll see how strong this this person is. And yeah, they have 5 Caligis, double Nadina, golden Amalgadon, which is perfectly fixed by the way, and the Presser. So whatever I try, it won't ever be close. I can never beat this, which, you know, is pretty surprising. But hey, that's Alex Slysssa for you. Hope you enjoyed this video though. Hope you see the potential that Kragg has, and will not get too greedy with your first hero power and your first bird. Use it early, spike, and just avoid an Alex Slysssa until the late game to get a second place. Have a good day, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.